knew that we anticipated an early sellout. We had no idea how much people really adore and love shades of blue. We're talking about the most breathy, airy, ethereal shades of baby blue to deeper denims and chambrays to royals. I mean, it is beautiful, and to think that is all God-given natural color. This has not been enhanced. You're seeing all of these beautiful checkerboard faceted rondelles that graduate from the most delicate and small on top all the way to the center stone that graduates to the biggest, most juicy of those rondelles. Now, this is on 5 flexible payments of $21.99 for something so rare, so beautiful. This color looks great on all women, all ages, all complexions. And Jay, you found it in your 43 years. The third of its kind. He said, Leslie, it took us so long to even get this class of material, this color saturation. Here it is, all handcrafted. What a beauty.
You know, what I live for is actually mind finds, right? Actually going out, and when you've done this for 43 years, and I can show you, I've ramped up a lot of passports and a lot of Advantage miles in my day. I have trumped a lot of Tundra. And so in 43 years, I've only experienced natural blue opal, and I say natural because so much of the blue material that you see in opals is enhanced. Its color, there's something that's been done to it to turn it blue. This is a natural blue opal. This is the first time this is a world launch for us. I don't want to say, I think that I've bought peridot, I think rough out of India before, but this is one of the only that I can recall actual rough materials actually mined in India. That's mined, not cut or you know, processed in India, but actually mined in India. And I don't want everybody to think, you see this mine, okay, that's not all opal. Okay, that actually, that mine's not even active anymore, but when they were mining, one of the things that they found this is what they call seam opal. So it took forever. They literally take a rock hammer, okay, a rock hammer, little pry bars, and they walk down in those pits in that mine where it's been exposed, and they take and they pick this material. You can see it out of the sides. And this would be a seam. Now this is one of my specimens.
Oh my gosh.
So this is an unusually big seam, right? Do you see the seam on this? And when I say a seam, you can see the host rock in the back.
Right.
And then here's the seam on the top. And all I've done, I haven't done anything to this, but taken a leather wheel and a little bit of ZAM, which is like a kind of abrasive, and polish that up. But it's extremely, extremely rare to find natural blue opals. The only time before was in Peru. It's called Andean blue. You can't get it. I mean, it's more expensive than gold if you find it as a private collection. Anytime I find somebody's stash, we literally sell out in seconds.
Oh my gosh!
Or there was material from Idaho, actually Oregon on the it's Idaho-Oregon border. Yeah, potato, it's right there. And that we brought on, and we did that about, at least it's been over 10 years. I want to say something like 15 years ago. That material we sold out in a flash.
Oh my gosh.
And I can't tell you how many people have been asking me for that same material. So this is the 3rd blue opal.
Oh my gosh.
In my lifetime, okay, in my professional career, that I've ever been able to capture the rough, get the rough. But here again, this didn't happen overnight. This took years of collecting. And look at all the different colors. You have from that deep royal blue to a medium, to a light, to a sky blue. So you get the whole spectrum of blues all in one fabulous necklace
I have to tell you, the picture doesn't even do it justice. If you think it's beautiful on your TV, if you think it's beautiful on hsn.com, when I put this on my neck, I was floored. There is something about all of those variations of the blue, from the most pale, breathy blue, to the softer chambrays, to the grayish blues like a stormy sky, to the deep denims. That is all natural color. I mean, it really is a wonder. Now remember, this is 18 inches in the length. You do have a 2.5 inches extender, all hand faceted beads, so they catch the light beautifully. But look at all the ways you can wear too, and I think that's why so many ladies are responding today, from casual looks to an evening look. to a little much more office attire, to your Sunday best. I mean, this is really very wearable. And Jay, everybody knows that the color blue, when they've done studies, is the peacekeeper, the soothing color. It just puts us all at ease. It looks beautiful on all complexions. It's meant to symbolize loyalty and royalty. I mean, it is absolutely a winner. And to think, Jay brought us this very special gift today as a world launch for the 23rd anniversary. It really is such a rare treat. We do expect an early sellout on this because people love blue. We love how it makes us feel. We love how easy it is to incorporate into all our outfits, and to think this is a handcrafted treasure. Every single bead checkerboard faceted by hand. I mean, this is a labor of love, and so ultimately rare, as Jay's saying, in his 43 years or 40 plus years of career. To think only 3 that are worthy of bringing like this,
well,
right?
only 3 that I've ever found. If I found more, I would have brought them.
This is what he does all day. And, I mean, his travel and search,
okay,
right?
But this is very rare. It's very unique. It's not an unlimited resource. Like I said, the process on this, and you know, well, first they gather, they mine it. This is all done by hand, literally archaic, okay? They do it with like a specimen hammer. They go around, they have these little pry bars. We actually, we have footage of them. Of course, you can see right here. Here's what we do, okay? This is how it comes to us, right? First thing we do, we sort it by color, we sort it by size. That's the first thing. And the reason we do that color and clarity is because the clearer material, and we grade all the material, is gonna be set aside for the cabochons. The bead material, you can actually incorporate, like you see, like we've done, where I can put a few more colors in it, right? And you still have that fabulous look. So that's the first thing you do, mine it. That's the first thing, we're getting it directly from the miner.
Right.
It's brought in, color sorted, and graded.
How many years in the making? Because, I mean, if they are still mining with very rudimentary tools, if they are doing it the old-fashioned way, and then they have to, you know, pick and sort, and then we have to facet, and I mean, this is years, right, in the making,
Well,
Jay?
you know, like how any project started, and this is, we're demonstrating here how they process the material. They're cutting that right there, they're hand faceting, they're doing cabochons. They're making beads. That's how all these beads are cut and faceted. They're all individually hand done, all individually hand strung. I mean, it really, it's Mother Nature's artwork to create it in the first place.
Yeah, without
all
a doubt.
what we do is we take what Mother Nature has given us, and then we create from there. We kind of just polish it up a bit, but this is all natural. And here's what I want everybody to understand, okay? I travel the world, and the 2 things that start all my trips, 100% of all my trips, I'm leaving to either go to a turquoise mine or a turquoise deposit, or a deposit that to go to do another deal. Or I'm leaving to a brand new opal deposit, or to buy opal. That's how all my trip starts. Now, after that though, when I go on the trip, everything else spiders from there. And that's so crazy. But these are the 2 core basic materials in my life that really kind of I'm centered around. Turquoise, number 1, and opal, number 2.
Yeah.
So I have seen opals all over the world, all over the planet. They all have a story to tell. The blue opals, the natural blue opals, are some of the more rare opals of this particular family. There's actually 7 different categories of opal, styling from fire, jelly, crystal. This is unique also in another factor, not just the natural coloration of the material, but the fact that very few opals are hard enough that you can actually facet them.
Right.
They have to have a certain density, they have to have a certain hardness, otherwise they won't take a facet. And by doing that facet, you're giving that natural blue color, you're giving it that little extra bling, that little extra shine, that little extra sparkle.
My goodness, and you know, to get these colors, normally you'd have to get something that's dyed, or you'd have to, you know, purposely go out and search for something like this. This is what, I mean, if you don't believe in God, if you don't believe in Mother Nature, I mean, this, you cannot do this. You cannot hand create this. The colors you're seeing here, I mean, that is perfection. And this is natural God-given color. This is not enhanced. This is not dyed. All that is done to that is that stabilization, is that faceting, and all done by hand. Now, I want you to see too, because you're getting the faceting even on the smallest of those rondelles, because every single one of them is sparkling and catching the light so beautifully. And then it graduates in design to the bigger beads, the juicier beads, and you know, no two will ever be alike. And so,
well, and that, you know, that is, it's so cool that you said that, because here's the key thing, right? We have 4 or 5 samples right here on the set right now.
Look how different they are.
Every single one of them, it's all the same material, but everyone is going to be uniquely different in their own right. That's because of their natural colors, right? This is what Mother Nature gave us. Mother Nature doesn't make everything the same. There is no same. There are a few items that are close, and there's, you know, where you can get almost like, you know, the colors are almost too perfect where they almost look like they're fake. But in most cases, Mother Nature, she does, and that's the cool thing with Mother Nature. She makes things, everything's a little bit shaded different and everything. With these are hand cut, hand done. So every one of them is gonna have their own little character twist to it. They're gonna have their own little color combination. Now you can see, we have other, we're gonna show you later the upsell items that we did for this. We have that beautiful cross pin and a few of those
coming up next, by
bracelets,
the way.
a few of those are coming up. And you're gonna see on the continuity of the color ranges on those. And that's where we have gone through taking hours, literally hours, thousands of hours, not hundreds, thousands of hours, hand sorted everything by grade and color.
These are absolutely breathtaking.
They look, okay, it's all, they've got, each necklace has all the color range that you find in this beautiful natural rough material.
You're not gonna get one that's pale and washed out. Like they all have the variants of color. They all are gonna have the different colors, but there is no way that you could say, well, these 2 beads are gonna be dark royal blue. These 2 beads are gonna be medium. It's like, but you have 4 different individual colors here, four different individual colors, from like a sky blue to a dark royal blue in this wonderful new necklace design. This is so breathtaking, and I will look at Jay in the eye and be honest with him. When I saw it in the picture, I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. I love the story of how rare this blue opal is. Remember, natural color here. But when I put it on, it took my breath away. I walked towards you. You know it's true. I walked towards him and I said, Jay, holy cow, the picture doesn't even do it justice. And so you guys, I mean, look, and I'm not bragging, I'm very hard on myself most of the time. I mean, doesn't this look great on any complexion, from Laura to what I'm wearing, and how easy it is? I'm wearing green. Would you ever put green and blue together? But there's something so natural and beautiful and soft about these blues that they almost become a neutral and just bring light and life to whatever you wear. I hope you try this out. It is so very special. It is so very rare. It is a world launch. And let me tell you, Jay wouldn't just bring us any old necklace for his 23rd year here. I mean, you really pulled out all the stops.
And here again, this was developed over years, from the time that we first saw the material, to being able to acquire the material, to be able to actually gather enough to even do this. Each one of these necklaces takes anywhere from 3 to 4 pounds of the original rough material to make cut one necklace. And I tell people that and they go, what? You know, so no, it does not weigh 3 or 4 pounds. But you have to, the natural rough, which you saw right there, that was in that photo right there. You see the natural rough that we're using. We're cutting it from the natural rough. You will have to use each one of these necklaces, start off with 3 to 4 pounds of those, of the bigger, the seams, the pieces that have been color graded and sized. That's what we start with, just to make one necklace. So just think about that. Just the cost of buying the rough material before you start doing any of the labor. If you start doing anything with this, just the cost of the natural rough, the quantity that it's required to be able to cut just one individual necklace.
And you guys, it's one day only. We have it modestly appraised. Now remember, HSN, we take all our pieces to 3 independent appraisers. The lowest price we've got back was $225. And there's really no way to even quantify that because this is so rare, this material. So remember, that one find that was great enough to bring for the 23rd anniversary, that's gonna look good on all women, all ages, with these gorgeous. They look hand painted, Jay, but that is its God-given color for $21.99 on 5 flexible payments. Remember, bring this home, put it on. It will do what it did to me. It took my breath away. The picture does not do it justice. Remember, we do have matching pieces. We're gonna get to them in just a moment. But if you want our best value of the day from Jay, it's $629,866. What a beauty today. And if you're an October baby, you know the opals are your birthstone. I mean, you tuned in right on.
You know, it's really funny too. We had a lot of callers this morning, which is really cool. That people that collect opal, they collect the different, and that's, I think a lot of the Mine Find viewers do that. They collect the different corals, they collect the different turquoises, they collect the different, we had a wonderful caller last night that she named off, and she named off a lot of the opals that you, like peppermint opal, all the different opals that you can't even get anymore. I mean, you know, so and that's the thing too. So I mean, these are not,
find this.
Yeah, this isn't a renewable resource, okay? When you find these, it's not gonna, they're gonna last forever, okay? They're not renewable, and they do go away. I literally, I'm doing cataloging right now on specimens at my my office warehouse, whatever you want to call it, that my personal kind of man cave, and I literally have thousands of specimens
we need to do a
of
field
materials
trip
that
to
I've done over 43 years that are no longer available.
Your item number on our best value of the day. Look, you've got